Local programming on KRWG made possible in part by viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to Fronteras, Changing America. I'm Carlos Correa. On the program, Jose Rodriguez and Aron Jones, founders of a local company that's making a difference. We'll talk to them about ROJO Apparel and their mission to end hunger. But first, an area group is helping young people learn more about their own heritage through music. It's a program hitting a note with many parents around the community. When it comes to mariachi music, it's all 16-year-old Nicholas Horta thinks about.
I am a huge fan of mariachi music. I love Antonio Aguilar, Vicente Fernandez, mariachi, any mariachi. I love that.
Horta enjoys the melodies and the rhythms of mariachi, but says it's the stories behind the music that inspires him the most.
I mean, there's no denying it's good music, and that's the main reason. The beat attracts people, a lot of it's danceable, you know, it's very rhythmic. And the music, the singing is, you know, altogether it's a great package.
And it's here where the organization Mariachi Escuelas de Plata teach students all about the genre.
We're starting to get the younger kids involved.
Although mariachi music has been around for quite some time, leaders with the organization say it continues to grow in popularity among youth in southern New Mexico.
I think mariachi is very long life learning. We teach them about responsibility. We teach them you need to treat others like you want to be treated.
And these ones, don't worry about these. So
12-year-old Ismael Ortega is learning how to tune his guitarro and how to properly hold his instrument. It's a lot of lessons geared towards preparing him for the stage.
I want them to get to know that this is a different style of music and that it's very important to a lot of Mexican people.
And that's an important part of the style of music. Instructors say mariachi gets young people closer to their heritage.
So that they can see how important to our culture performance is, and to any culture that music is something that should be shared.
Every year, Mariachi Escuelas de Plata hosts a week-long academy for students that not only sharpens their skills, but teaches them a few new things.
Since I was little, I liked that kind of music.
It's not super hard, but it's a challenge. I'm not sure if it's just fearful, because it's only one of you, so it's not like a guitar or a violin, where there's going to be others backing you up, and it's not going to be a trumpet, you know, where trumpet's kind of the same, because everybody, if you mess up, somebody's going to hear you.
Group leaders say the music is also helping students develop other skills they can use in other key subjects. But for the most part, many mariachi students go on to start solo careers, some even forming their own bands.
With instrumental and ensemble music, they have the added benefits of the discipline, the teamwork, the individual responsibility.
And many of the students go on to play at different events around the country, including the Las Cruces International Mariachi Conference. And for our next guest, music I'm sure inspired their success. Joining me now in the studio is Jose Rodriguez, co-founder of ROJO Apparel. Welcome to the program.
Great to be here.
And also joining us is another founder of ROJO Apparel, is Aron Jones, joining us from Austin, Texas via Skype. Welcome to the program, Aron.
hey, thanks. It's great having us.
Now, you both are graduates from New Mexico State University, and it's kind of the place, in a sense, where the idea started for your company. Jose?
Yeah, that's true. Aron and I, we went to school together, and we participated in a lot of school organization events that we didn't know at the time would be pivotal in helping us come up with the seeds of the idea, which later became ROJO Apparel.
Were you guys majoring in the same major?
I'll let Aron talk about his majors. I was in economics and finance, but we were both in the business college.
Okay, Aron, what were you studying at New Mexico State?
I actually did leadership management and marketing among 4 other majors I was a part of.
So who was the person who talked about ROJO Apparel first?
Well, at the time, Carlos, it didn't even have a name. We just had an idea of we wanted to help people, and we weren't exactly sure how we would go about doing it. But we knew we had these business degrees and we had some entrepreneurial spirit. So one day I was at work. I had just graduated from NMSU, and Aron had recently graduated in May, and I gave up Aron a call, and we said, hey, we need to do something about this, and that was kind of the seed of ROJO Apparel, how things got started, and we went from there.
Did you actually give me numerous calls.
Did you guys have any educators or anyone that kind of inspired you and pushed you to go ahead and with this idea?
For myself, there's a gentleman, Dr. Muhammad Yunus, and he's not from here, but he started a bank in India, in Bangladesh, India, where they would actually give not donations, but rather seed funding to entrepreneurs. It's called microfinance, and a lot of people consider him to be the founder of the social entrepreneurship movement. And I followed some of his works when I was in college, and he was really inspiring for me.
How about you, Aron?
I guess for me, I kind of took a different approach. I thought I always wanted to be in Fortune 500, working my way up. And the more people I talked to, the more professors, private sector people that have done that before, the more I got discouraged that it was a me kind of attitude, and there really wasn't a focus on others, and that's how I was raised. So I started to change my views on business and really wanted to find something that I could be a part of, something where I could help others.
So Aron, if you were like me in your last semester in college and you were thinking, what am I going to do after school is over? Were you thinking that? And when Jose called you, was it kind of one of those lights that came down?
Yeah, I went a little beyond that. I graduated and didn't have anything to do. I was sleeping in on my couch until noon, and Jose woke me up every day at 8 o'clock, and I called him back later, and he started telling me about everything you'd hear on NPR and TED Talks, things like that, and one thing led to another, and we started brainstorming, and here we are.
So take us back to September of 2009. It was a year before the devastating earthquake hit Haiti. The both of you were just starting out, right?
Right. So like Aron said, we were just calling each other up. No specific idea what we were going over, other than we had this ambition to do something, and we knew there was a need. So we really started brainstorming, and I guess initially the idea came up. We used to kind of make shirts in college for different student groups we were a part of, and we were like, well, what if we just start doing that, and then every shirt that we sell, we'd be able to help out some kind of social cause. And we started brainstorming along those lines, and looking for maybe charities that would be willing to partner with us in doing this. And surprisingly, that was really difficult to find any charities that would take us serious. And it ended up that we were able to partner with one group based out of Dallas, and they would handle all the shipping and distribution of the meals if we basically would just allocate money to them like every month. And it was great because they said, you know what, we'll use all the money that you're giving us, will go directly to this meal program. And so, we did more research. We looked them up on Charity Navigator, and it turned out they had phenomenal financial reports, and they were very reputable. So we said, well, maybe this is something. And it might have just been maybe we're just a little naive, but we were like, all right, well, let's go for it. Let's start putting a business plan in action and see where it goes from there.
So did they pick the country that you will be supporting, or is that up to you guys? Aron?
That's actually up to us. And going back to what you asked Jose, it's kind of interesting. We started out with just Zimbabwe, where we knew they were established. And when the Haiti earthquake happened, I actually happened to be in Nevada at the time. And Jose called me and said, turn on the news, we should try and help them. And so we just made a decision right there to start helping Haiti, because we knew our partners were in Haiti helping them. And I sat in my hotel room on the internet and, started coding our website to reflect that, and so we could, get meals out there.
So I'm curious, what did your parents think about all this stuff that you guys were doing?
Well, Actually, I didn't tell them anything about it for about 3 months because they might have thought I was a little bit crazy. And honestly, it took several months even after we officially launched in September for them to kind of really understand that, okay, wow, he's kind of serious about this. And I ended up quitting my job to do this full time. But you know, it's one of those things that they didn't know if I was actually this fully committed to it for a while. And I mean, now that they think it's really cool and they're excited about where we've come from and where we're going. But yeah, it was kind of it was just different, I guess, not your typical career path.
And what about you, Aron, your family support?
Mine was a little bit different. I told my parents right off the bat, and they were super supportive. It was pretty much, cool, when do you start? You know?
And
they love the idea, and they'll support me whenever, whatever I do. And I couldn't thank them enough for that.
even financially?
Well, yeah, I'm sure if I asked them, they would.
Now, describe to me the formula that you guys came up with, or is that something the company came up with one shirt equals 50 meals?
Right, so every shirt that we sell, and it's actually the customer's choice, 50 meals will get sent to either Zimbabwe or Haiti. And I like to say that we had some really in-depth quantitative analysis on how we do this, but we were like, you know, buy a shirt, feed 50 sounds cool, let's do that. so we kind of just...
That sounds awesome, can we make that happen?
Yeah. So we just had that idea, and we tried to make a business model that would work around that.
So in the beginning, it was just you two, or did you have friends volunteering to help you guys out? Or?
Well, for probably around 3 months, I mean, other than some family members, like no one knew about this project. This was kind of like a top secret project. You know, the site hadn't launched yet, and ended up quitting my job in Los Alamos, moving back down to Las Cruces to work on this full time, and that's kind of when we launched. And at that point, we had a bunch of people that were really excited to help out. We had we started posting stuff on Facebook, and you know, we had friends saying, you know, I don't care what you're selling, I just want to be the first one to buy it, type of thing. So it was really cool to see a lot of people buying in and helping us out.
And Aron, you do most of the graphics, or is that something that you guys come up together with?
No, that's kind of my end. Jose does a lot of the accounting and you know, management of all of our clients, and I do mostly the graphics. So most every shirt design was made up by me, and then our ROJO Ink custom screen print and embroidery, I do most of that as well. There are some things we have asked others to do that we know we're artists, asked them if they wanted to be a part of it, or some people came to us with some designs, but mostly I'm the graphics guy.
Have you lost count of how many designs you guys have already?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so describe to me the process of when you want to come up with a specific design.
Well, I go to my computer and I open a big blank white square, 12 by 12, and brainstorm. I start looking in anything from magazines to commercials, packaging, and just start fueling ideas. And then even, you know, Jose, even though he doesn't do the graphics, he's a big part of and influence on the graphics. He comes up with great ideas, creative ideas, and you know, it could be anything from street art to a little kid chalk design that I've seen. So just anything that inspires us.
And Jose, you actually brought a sample of some of the shirts that you guys have sold out into not just the community, but everywhere, right?
Right. Yeah, we sell nationwide, and we've actually had some international sales as well.
Why don't you pick one and kind of talk a little bit about the design behind it?
Yeah, let's pull one out here.
And these are all available on your website.
That's correct. So you have this one here. One of our really good friends and someone that's been helping us out from the start. His name is Kenny Penny. He came up with this one, and we named it Uncle Food Lion because kind of from popular culture, I guess. But yeah, it's just Feed Zimbabwe. And a lot of this stuff, what happens, we were just sitting around the office and just kind of having fun with it, you know, just kind of joking around. And a lot of our designs kind of came up that way. We're just kind of joking around. And we like that element of it because, you know, we are dealing with serious issues. You know, we're talking about people facing extreme poverty, and although that is the core mission of the company to help people with that, I think it's fun to interject some humor and make it a fun customer experience, so people are still excited about the brand and what it represents, and they're also excited about how it can help.
And Aron, what are some of the things that people say when they see these designs and these shirts?
Usually they want to know what it means. They want some kind of understanding or background story, and we really don't have any. It's just like Jose said, it's just lighthearted and creative, and we just don't want to put a negative spin on. We don't want you to purchase something because you're sad. We want you to purchase it because you're happy and you like it, and you want to help people. So that's the number one thing. People just want to know where it came from.
Now, is there like a specific design that a lot of people order, or did you have to like do some more orders for it?
Yeah, that would probably be our Give shirt, which is really simple. I mean, it just says Give on it, and that was one of our original designs, and that's one that we initially launched in stores, and people got just a really good response. I mean, sometimes simple just really resonates with people, and they like the message of it.
Who's your target audience? Is it mostly young people, or is it kind of in the middle?
Well, for ROJO Apparel, it tends to be like tweens, people in their early 30s. But really, we've seen, especially in-store sales, you know, people in their 60s that, you know, are purchasing our products just because they are excited about the mission. Mm-hmm. So I would say our target audience is really anyone that cares about giving.
And do you get most of the people when you go out to the community to do different events that they want to purchase it, or is it mainly online purchases that you get? Aron?
I would say it's mainly online purchases we get. We used to do a lot more events out and about in the town, and people would pick up some shirts there, but I think most people pick up their shirts online right now.
Gotcha. And a lot of people may be wondering why you're out in Austin and Jose is here in Las Cruces.
Well, we're trying to expand. We're trying to take over the United States. It's actually a good town to be in for us. You know, Cruces is smaller, obviously, and was very supportive, and we're always going to be there. But Austin offers us an opportunity for entrepreneurs and for kind of the, I guess, green and giving movement. They're really into that here, and it's been a super supportive town already.
It must be sad to see your business partner somewhere else, right?
Well, we communicate maybe like 60 times a day, so it's like he never left sometimes.
Gotcha. Okay. And where do you see this company in like 5 or 10 years?
You know, it's hard to say, and people ask us that all the time. And it's funny for people to hear that. You know, even though we sell shirts, clothing and apparel was never a part of our mission statement. You know, our mission was to help those facing extreme poverty, and by doing stuff like this, creating awareness about poverty issues. So basically what we do is identify, you know, business needs in the market, and we figure out a fun way to meet those needs and provide towards sending meals. So, you know, something that's came up in maybe like the past 6 months is we started doing custom screen printing and embroidery for other student groups, college, churches, organizations all over the country. And really unexpectedly, that has taken off and has really taken up a lot of our time just to keep up with the growth. You know, and that's something we probably wouldn't have anticipated a year ago, and now it's a huge part of our business, and it's sending, you know, thousands of meals a month doing this. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's really hard to say. What I can say is we'll be firmly committed to our mission of giving and creating, you know, a fun business where people are excited to do that.
So these schools that call in, do they use the same designs that you have here, or do they have their own?
We help them create their own designs, or they might have graphic designers that design their own stuff, or they might work with Aron or some other people on our design team to come up with a design, and we'll ship them the shirts, and we'll use a percentage of those proceeds to help send the meals. Mm-hmm. So it's a really cool way to reach a lot of people at once, because in one order we might reach 500 students at a group, and now they're all excited about ROJO and they tell their friends. So I can see that's maybe part of the reason why this new business, which is called ROJO Inc., has spread so quickly.
And Aron, do you think that people are distracted with other issues to focus on this very important one of poverty?
I don't think they're distracted. Everyone has something that's touched them, like either their family or is near and dear to their heart. Like personally, I want to help out cancer relief, and so I don't think people are distracted. I think it's just a matter of timing and what hits them personally in their lives. But no matter what, whenever we tell them what our mission is, everyone seems to be fully supportive. So it might not be what they would have chosen, but it's a starting ground for us, for us to expand later on, and everyone's generally supportive of what we do.
Now we're living in tough times, tough economic times. Do you guys find it difficult getting people to give to buy some of these shirts?
Well, that's something that's unique about our model, is that we don't rely necessarily on people's generosity. So we're providing products that are competitive in the marketplace regardless of our giving model. So that provides a really cool opportunity in that, we're going to be generating funds for social causes regardless of people's ability or want, I guess, to give. So that's really neat, is a lot of times we'll save people money on something that they were going to purchase anyway, and now they get the cool feeling of knowing, oh, this is also helping, send so many meals to hungry children in need.
And Aron, how do you know, when someone purchases a T-shirt and you say that the money or it goes to feed people in let's say Haiti, how do you know that they're getting the food?
Well, it's a matter of communicating with our charitable partners. We have a really good relationship with them, and we send money to them monthly, and make sure that there are separate checks, one for Zimbabwe, one for Haiti, and we kind of audit ourselves monthly to make sure everything's getting to the appropriate place.
And do you guys get like pictures, maybe letters from families that you're helping out, or do you really?
Yeah, all the time. And it's really cool sometimes if there's people on the ground, they'll be sending pictures on their iPhone. And if I get them, I'll send them to the rest of the team. And it's a really cool reminder, almost like a disruption to our normal business stuff, when we get these pictures and we say, wow, this is what it's all about. This is what it's for, and I think it's something real. And that's what we're trying to provide to our customers too, is something a little more tangible than just making a donation. Being able to say, you help 50 people, or this order helps send 1,000 meals. We try and make that a real tangible experience for our customers as well.
Now, what I have here is the actual meal that is sent over to the people out there. Can you tell us a little bit about what's inside here? And
yeah, absolutely. So those meal packets that you're holding up there, those were created by nutritionists to help sustain life, primarily for children, which is really important that children, especially under the age of 5, get the right vitamins and minerals that they need, because that can really affect the rest of their life. So you were there for our meal packing event, where we packaged up over 100,000 of those, and basically we got people together. They're putting rice, some dehydrated vegetable, and some flavoring. It's all fortified with protein and vitamins and minerals. So really it's just the most economic, compact way of delivering nutrition to where it needs to be.
And then have both of you tried the actual meal?
Yes, we have.
Well, Aron, what was that like?
It was an interesting experience. Someone who's grown up in America is used to flavor and all that kind of stuff. It's a very bland mix. So it was really tough to eat, but at the same time, it's not that bad.
And what was your take on it?
Well, we, to further explain, we lived off of, so that meal you held up, we lived off of one of those for a week, one per person. So basically we would eat one small bowl of rice per day, just to kind of in a small way, get an experience. You know, what is it like to only have one meal a day? And then I personally was really looking forward to that meal. You know, it kind of tastes like ramen noodle. It's nothing gourmet by any means, but it was
But it kept
important.
you full for the whole day?
Not me, but because I'm used to eating all, you know, whenever I want. But you know, it's a really different situation. It's really hard to put ourselves in that perspective of someone that is food insecure. You know.
Well, when we fasted on it for a week, you know, we lost weight. Generally, all of us lost about 10 pounds, but you know, the kids that actually need this gain weight off of these meals.
But yeah, it was a really cool experience for us and the team to be able to go through that, and I guess put ourselves in the shoes of others and in a small way, and you know, kind of help us realize, okay, this is, you know, what we're up against. This is what the people we're trying to help are facing on a daily basis.
Tell us again the website people can go to if they want more information, or if they want to actually take a look at the different designs that you have available.
Absolutely. ROJOapparel.com. That's where we sell a bunch of crazy design shirts, and it's buy a shirt, feed 50. You get to choose where your meal donations go. And we also have www.rojoink.com, and we'll custom design any shirt you'd like, ship it to you for free nationwide.
All right, Aron Jones via Skype, thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
And Jose Rodriguez, thank you so much for being part of the show.
It's been a pleasure, Carlos.
And thank you for watching. Remember, you can see this entire interview online at krwg.org. While you're there, you can visit our blog, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. I'm Carlos Correa. Until next time.